handsome Lagosian. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of stars and they all fire. I don't spill words, I spill Berg on a beat. Make a movie, yeah, it's the return of the... Make them feel words on the sheet. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80. 15, right here.
Throwing to start the drive. Paulson. That's complete to Hutchinson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Bears will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. McClain. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
70 range, 70, 70 Timberwolves. 60 box.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Next receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Mustang 19. Get it.
2nd and 2. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to touchdown, but he's got the first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Cougar 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cowboys respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Paulson. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he will have the Bears first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
Give running right is Mitchell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
play fake. Paulson. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion left. St. Brown motioning left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
That he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
Here we go. Jack, go street. Gravity Lions. Warriors, 17.
Back to throw. McClain. find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 7. Looking to throw. McLean. Looking for one, but it's intercepted. And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Paulson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap.
Come on, set. 19, Tiger.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got this one to Hutchinson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll change things up. Second and 4. And this will be incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Is that the incorrect read or just more an error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 9.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Get it? 18, Cowboy 80. Go.
Back to throw. McLean. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
70, 18, Roderick. 70, Timberwolf.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That's now 4 completions in a row. Good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation. Give me a fresh ball.
Touchdown, Cowboys! One more, 53 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and these are what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never asked for help.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And nowhere to run. the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and 10. Looking to throw. Paulson. That's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a third down and 3.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Out of the gun now on third down. Here's a diving catch right side. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone, and with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
But somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn the TV off, turn the TV off, turn the TV off, turn the TV off.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, shot. Cooking, street. Top low, 18. Ready.
Back to throw. McLean. The hitter here is complete. That'll leave him them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. But he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Gain of 9 yards.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw again. Middle of the field to Jefferson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I'm a direction to write about. Did too much numbers to type them out. But I'm gonna wait for that mic around.
Warriors 70, Stephanie, Bronco 80. Let's go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. This duo locked in. 14 yards there. And a 1st down.
Cowboys, 1st down.
Looking to throw. McClain. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Viking, trap 50, trap 50.
Back to throw. McClain. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One of these These two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Second and a couple.
Let's go now. 7 Pirates. 7 Cowboy 80. Ready.
Looking to throw. McClain. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Gets by him at the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They give it to Williams, running right. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
On the jump. 19 Tiger.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams.
Ready, go.
He's going to get it running right. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
60, check.
Williams again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Javonte Williams punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Mitchell. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. 60 by 6, 60, 10, 60, 10, 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Paulson. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Paulson. And it is caught. Down the left sideline. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Bears 21.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Center with Mitchell. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man right side is St. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So from the 37, here's second and a yard. Back to throw. Paulson to the sideline. That's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game. And there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Bears are back within a score. So there you go. They needed a big play, and they got one there on the touchdown run.
And that was a very important drive. Of course, they all are when you're trailing in the second half. But what I really liked, they didn't panic. They knew they still had time to run the football and keep playing their game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing to start the drive. McClain out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
Brings up second and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Liking 18. Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Pioneer.
Operating from the gun, McClain. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 34.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check smash, check smash. Dragon 60.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Okay, ready?
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready?
Looking to throw. McClain looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the Bears' 26-yard line.
Ready up.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 2.
Come on. Panther 11. Panther 11. 70 Lions.
Back to throw. McClain. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
This offense so far on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's third and 2.
19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the fourth quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Maverick, 60. Bronco 80.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. Shot 60, shot 60. Ready?
Operating from the gun. McClain. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Go! Buffalo Viking 18. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That's the see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wheeler. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Wheeler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. In motion, the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down. Paulson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Their own 19-yard line.
The career's more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like
ready.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Throwing to start the drive. McClain. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Operating from the gun, McClain. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They come up with one timeout and the 2-minute warning to work with. Here's 1st and 10. That would give up the middle to Williams. It'll be a minimum pickup, but it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
Here we go, 19 Lions. Panther 60,
Looking to throw. McClain. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
It's got to have it time. 4th and 9.
Ready. Dragon 60. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready, check, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18, 79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Ready.
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8.
Rig alert, rig alert. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Ready up. Let's go. Go street. 70 Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Pioneer. Let go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Foul. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Okay, ready?
Here comes 2nd down.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60. Okay.
He's back to throw. And this is caught by Williams. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now 1st and goal.
Ready? Ready?
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Come on, set! Hawk 70, Hawk 70!
And here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner. down and goal coming up here.
Go!
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams.
Williams, the ball carrier. He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up fourth.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. And the Cowboys will advance to the next round as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.